Hi, my name is Kristina Deckard, and this is my very first time doing a Periscope live, so please be patient with me. I am here today to talk to you a little bit about becoming a psychic medium. About a year ago, I had a very strong pull to dive deep into my intuitive connections. And just so you know, I have some notes going here since this is my first time and I'm nervous. But so I had this really deep pull to go into my intuitive connections, figure out what they were and what my abilities were. And this happened after I had gone through significant loss and illness in my family. So it was at that time that I knew that I couldn't ignore these things anymore and I really needed to dive in deep. So in the past year, I just started really fully accepting and learning my gifts and my abilities. And but for about 20 years, over 20 years, I have been receiving messages from past loved ones. And then I'm going to tell you about an opportunity at the end of this live stream about how you could talk to me one-on-one and get more information and share that. So in this journey, I've learned that a lot of people have a question about intuition, what it is and how you increase it or know what your intuition is. So we can sense it both physically and non-physically. We all have it. We all have intuition, and it's a part of us. It's natural, and it is. It's just receiving information that we have around us. So it's receiving energetic information, and like I said, it can be physical or non-physical. It can feel kind of dreamy, like maybe this is something you're dreaming, like a daydream, but it is something that you can feel in your body. So it's really knowing the signs from our body and mind body. So it can be a gut feeling. You know, when people talk about your having a gut feeling about a situation or a person or something like that. Hi, thank you. That is your intuition. So you may have a feeling like it's something that you shouldn't do or a place you shouldn't go or something. That is your intuition. It could be a warm feeling in your chest when you think about someone that you love. If you have a child and you think about that child and how much love you have for that child, you will feel like a warmth inside your body. That is intuition. Knowing someone is pregnant. I have a friend who says she knows when someone is pregnant. When she hasn't been around them, but it's someone she's close to, she knows immediately if they're pregnant. So that is another way that you can know intuition. And knowing that you need to take a different route to work. Some people have talked about that, or I've seen it on the news where they talk about, I just knew I shouldn't get on the interstate today. And that is intuition. Another thing is hearing your name when no one is around. Like hearing the sound, hearing your name. It's so bizarre, but that's intuition also. One way that I know whenever spirit is around is I smell cigarette smoke. And there's no one around. There's no one. I know that there's no one else in the house. And that's how I know that my deceased grandparents are around. Sometimes that's a signal that they send me. And so you could smell something. You could hear something. I once heard like this dinging sound, like a child's toy. And it related to what I was doing at the time or something that I was overcoming, even though I have no child toys in my house. So, so those are some examples of things. And if you've been on and listening to that, you know that those are using your 5 physical senses. So smelling, tasting, hearing, seeing, feeling, and then also there's a knowing. When you just know something, that is another way that the intuition comes through. So some things that you can do, first of all, the most important thing is to not think that you have to have it in a certain way. So intuition will come through in many different ways. For instance, I thought that it couldn't be, that I would not hear intuition because I am not, I don't learn in that way. I have to read or see it. So I thought for sure that my intuition would come through as seeing it, but that's not the case. So don't restrict yourself. Believe that it can come through in any way, shape, or form, and then believe it whenever it happens. So some ways that you can start learning about your own intuition is to, by learning your own intuition, is to ask yourself a question, like a yes or no question, and start quizzing yourself. So something you know for a fact is like a no question or a yes question. So you can then feel how your body responds to that, how it reacts to that, by and then kind of like writing down or just noting how your body feels, what you notice. Use all your 5 senses to figure out how your intuition works. So like what you will eat today. Well, you could do something like, how many people are going to be on the elevator today whenever I get on the elevator to go to work? You could start guessing, doing some guessing games like that. You could do, for instance, one of my favorite movies is Liar Liar, and the scene where he is saying that the pen is actually blue, and he's trying to say that the pen is red, and he can't do it. Well, so this is what you could do is, you could say, I'm holding up an orange pen, obviously, so you could say, this pen is blue. Wait and see how your body feels whenever you say that. And that is how you will start figuring out your intuition. That is one way. So then you would do it again and say, okay, this pen is orange. And see how your body feels. So you can do that with different items, and that's a good way to start realizing that intuitive ability within you. Some other things you can do, you could try to figure out who's going, when you're watching TV, who's going to win the game show, who is going to be the, when you're watching like a crime, like a mystery thing, who's going to be the suspect, those sorts of things, to start figuring out the information that you're getting and realizing how that's coming through to you. So thank you so much for watching and listening. And so maybe you've been struggling with some of these things about how to recognize your intuition, and or just needing to have someone else to talk about these things with, so that because you're seeing things or hearing things that other people maybe are not, and you're wondering what is up with that. So if you're interested in that, I'm inviting you to get on the phone or on a Google Hangout to talk to me one-on-one. It's absolutely free to do that. All you need to do is go to my Facebook page and message me there. My Facebook is listed in my bio here, so you can do it that way. And also, I will be jumping on again tomorrow evening around 9 p.m., 9:30 p.m., around this time, Eastern Standard Time. I hope to see you then. Thanks so much.